Hey guys, it's Friday, time for the weekend. So excited to be talking to you guys on Free for All Friday. Last week we had such a good talk. I kind of talked a little bit about what I ate to start losing weight. And you can go check out that video, but to give a little summary, I started out doing a Daniel fast, which is like a really strict sort of vegan thing, and it got my appetite under control. It also helped me to pray for Olivia, and to spiritually it really helped me as well. And I did that for 90 days, and I lost almost 60 pounds. When Olivia came home from the ranch, she had been there for October, November, and most of December. Then she actually had lost 59 pounds, and I had lost 57. And it was kind of cool because she beat me by 2 pounds, and if you saw that episode, it was fun. It was a really fun thing. So that was how I started, and then at that point, I sort of changed things, added things back into my diet, and so that's what I want to talk about today. Now, one thing I did want to follow up on the talk about the Daniel fast and that sort of thing is, you know, it was not just a weight loss sort of diet, although I think it can be that, and I think people do even eat that way permanently. But for me, it was definitely a fast. It taught me, or at least reminded me, that it's okay to be hungry. And you know, this goes back to what Olivia and I were talking about the other day, is that most of us, or a lot of us, and definitely me, don't like to be uncomfortable. And there's that phrase, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Well, that's really hard. And that not only plays into working out and getting really fatigued in a workout and wanting to quit or wanting to stop or make it less hard, but it also has to do with food. It has to do with, I'm really, really hungry, I'm going to die. And if you remember a couple weeks ago, Olivia talked about how me, and particularly me and my sister, we're always like that. Shout out to my sister Jessica. She's an awesome CrossFitter as well. And so it has to do with food. And what the fast portion of the Daniel fast really taught me was it's okay to be hungry. You should be hungry on a fast. It's really tempting with Daniel fast because you can eat so many things to, as soon as you get hungry, eat something. But I would always try to just, you know, just think about it. And I would actually, and everybody has different traditions and different backgrounds and all that sort of thing. But for me, I would pray. And I would use that opportunity to pray for Olivia because we were not able to be in communication because of the show. And so I would really pray for her, and that would help me. And it began to shift the focus away from, oh, I'm so hungry, this, that, whatever, to, all right, I've got a task at hand. And you know what? After a couple of minutes, the hunger passed, and I was fine. And so I was learning to control my appetite by learning to almost embrace the hunger. Does that make sense? Not necessarily like, oh, I need to be hungry all the time, because that's not fun. I mean, nobody wants to be that way. But there's often times where it's okay. And I think one of the keys to learning to control yourself and your appetite and the mental and spiritual aspect of losing weight and maintaining and being healthy is to learn that it's okay to be hungry. That's just a follow-up. I hope that helps a little bit in that regard. I also want to say, I'm not necessarily suggesting that you do what I did, right? I'm not coming out, this is Ben's plan for how to lose 100 pounds, is do the Daniel fast for 90 days, and then that's not what I'm saying at all. That was my choice. That's why sometimes when people ask me, I'm hesitant to talk about it, because it was such a spiritual, personal journey for me. Does that mean that you shouldn't do it? No. If you feel like that's the right thing for you, then you should do it. And you know, you should be, I'm gonna sound like a lawyer here, but you should talk to your doctor about what's best for your body and what's best for you, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. Make sense? So let's keep the conversation on that going in the comments. I'm glad to offer you my opinion, but remember always, it's just, this is my experience and my opinion, and that's it. So let's do the B part to the story of me losing weight. So as you can see, I almost lost 60 pounds. Olivia came home one of the wonderful, wonderful blessings that I never saw coming was that when Olivia came home, I was a blank slate. I was really worried about doing the Daniel fast so long. My thing was, I wanted this to be lifelong. I wanted this to be something I do forever, not just some fad diet that I went back to normal, which normal was weighing 300 pounds. And plus if I kept going. But I wanted this to be something that I could do for the rest of my life. And I knew that I didn't want to be a vegan for the rest of my life. That just wasn't a choice for me. So I was really kind of worried. I was like, well, if I get used to this and this is my lifestyle, how am I going to find a balance? How am I going to go back to the regular everyday life? Well, I really feel like it was the right thing. Because when Olivia came home, I was a blank slate. She could show me everything she was doing at the ranch. I could incorporate all the things that she was eating. And so we were on the same page in some way. I was able to learn. I was able to receive from her. And if you know anything, you have to be in a place of receiving. I know that sounds kind of weird, but somebody can tell you something, and if you're not willing to receive it, I mean, it's not going to mean anything. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to have anything beneficial come out of it because you're just going to be resistant to it. And so when she came home, it was so awesome because she's like, these are the things we eat that are dairy. These are the things we eat that are meat. This is the way we do our coffee. This is this. And none of these things I had been eating at all. So I didn't have any preconceived notion of what the healthy thing to do was. I was just like, oh, that's really good. Wow, that's cool. Awesome. And so it was set us up for success so much because then she went back to the show for another 3 months. I was able to do those things and have a way to transition out of the Daniel fast that was healthy, that could carry me through to my goal weight. Make sense? So, whereas before on the Daniel fast, talked about it last week, you know, I might eat smoothie, a lot of fruit, steel cut oats, nuts, brown rice, lots of vegetables, lots of salad stuff, lots of beans to get some protein. Now, I'll give you a few things that she showed me. And in the future, maybe I'll do a really specific, these are a bunch of different things, but I just want to kind of give you an overview now. But, you know, for breakfast, all right? So now eggs are back on the table, dairy's back on the table. Remember, I'm still trying to lose weight here. I've got 40 more pounds to lose at that point. So I'm going to eat an egg white omelet, probably like 5 egg whites, something like that. Some low-fat Trader Joe's 3 blend cheese, shredded cheese to put in it. We would also get ground buffalo, which is really low in fat and much lower than beef, but it gives you that kind of taste of beef. We would put that, saute it and keep it in a Tupperware container and put that in the omelet as well, and then have the cheese and the buffalo and the egg whites, and then do like 2 slices of the Trader Joe's turkey bacon, pepper turkey bacon. Delicious. Much lower in fat and calories than the regular bacon, although I love bacon. Let's get real. That was for you, Mike. And so that would be a good breakfast, right? That is, you know, the egg whites are really low in calories. I think 17 per egg white, full of protein. Sometimes maybe if I put the buffalo, might not have the turkey bacon. Remember, I'm trying to eat as less as possible. I'm trying to stay under control, trying to count calories. And that was one of the things that she really showed me when she came home from the ranch, was, you know, about calories. I remember saying, oh, I'm going to put some olive oil here to just, for my omelet. She was like, wow. She's like, that's cool and that's healthy. She's like, but a tablespoon of olive oil has 120 calories, and I want to keep my calories as low as possible because I'm trying to create a deficit. I'm trying to lose weight. And guys, no matter how many times people tell you about some plan that is the newest thing and the latest thing and blah, 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 the fact of the matter is you've got to burn more calories than you take in if you would like to lose weight. To maintain, you've got to burn as many calories as you take in. It's just a scientific matter, and sometimes it can stall from day to day, but over the course, over the average, that's the thing. That doesn't mean you're going to be the most healthy, and what we're going for is to lose weight and to maintain weight healthily. So we want to eat healthy foods. But the fact of the matter is, when you burn 3,500 calories above what you've taken in, what you've eaten, then you are going to lose about 1 pound here or there. I mean, it's pretty scientific. And so she really helped me see that when I came home, and that helped me get over the edge and go and lose the rest of my weight. So that was a breakfast, right? Some egg white omelet a lot of times, and that sort of thing. And you know, the great thing about having done the Daniel fast is that I now could still incorporate those things. It's not like I quit eating the things. I was able to do that. So I could have a smoothie one day, or I could have oatmeal one day, and it worked out, you know, really well. Let's see, a lunch would still probably be a salad of some kind. I'm not a big salad person, and this is not helpful for me eating healthy, but I just don't love vegetables. I mean, I have to force myself to eat it, but I do because it's healthy and there's such a bang for your buck calorie-wise. But I also like to put a lot of stuff and like make them kind of spicy, sort of southwestern-y flavored, and maybe put, you know, like some black beans or some garbanzo beans on mine, and some salsa as dressing. And what's great about salsa as dressing is you have to watch the sodium content, but it's very low in calories, because you're talking about tomatoes and pico de gallo, all these kinds of things, and it's really low in calories, but it tastes really good and it's got some kick to it. And what I found is if you put spice and sort of these sort of things, it really helps the flavor, and it's kind of good. So, you know, you can put some lettuce and have some black beans, and then do some, you know, some salsa, and then some of that's what I was talking about earlier, that three cheese blend, or something like that. Trader Joe's. If you go to Trader Joe's, you'll see it. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, something like that. Some just lower fat made with skim milk. It doesn't mean it's like fat-free or full of chemicals. We don't want that. So that might be a lunch. And then for dinner, she would, you know, her protein's back on the thing. So you might do something like a boneless, skinless chicken breast, watch the size, or like they would get these things also from Trader Joe's as frozen tilapia, you know, natural kind of stuff, really good stuff, and just get that. And then on the side, maybe some green beans. They also had a Trader Joe's. They did that a lot on the ranch because they went to Trader Joe's, the people that went and got the groceries and that sort of thing. They had to make their own grocery list, but somebody would go and buy it because they didn't obviously have access to cars and stuff. And so they have these haricots verts. It makes you feel very, you know, exotic. But they're just green beans. So, you know, green beans on the side, and so, you know, you'd have a protein and then a side. And remember, we're trying to lose weight. That kind of gives you some ideas of what adding back in to a more balanced diet was like for me. And I ramped up the running at this point, and I lost that extra 40 pounds in the next 3 months. And so at almost to the day, 6 months, I had lost 100 pounds, and actually probably a little bit over, like 104, 105. I hope this helps. It's a free-for-all Friday, so you never know what you're gonna get, but I think it's a good discussion. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Click the share button right below this video if you're watching it on YouTube. That really helps us to spread the video, because the more times it's shared, the more times it's thumbs up, the more comments, the higher it goes in the searches. So when people are searching for weight loss, or for working out, or just generally a fun channel, this will come up more often, and we'll get more people into our community here, and have more people to discuss with, and that sort of thing. And I would love that. I would appreciate it, and it helps our community as well. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave a comment. You guys have a great weekend. I hope it's nice weather where you are, and we will check back in on Monday for Motivation Monday. See you later, guys. Bye.